Okay. All right. I think we are officially live. So let's go ahead and get this open and see how we're doing. All right. How do I see all of this other information? It's a good question. Uh, hey, welcome everybody. If you can see me and hear me, go ahead and put something in the messages, please. Today we're trying something a little bit different. We're going to try to stream on multiple platforms at the same time. So, bienvenidos a todos y vamos a ver cómo nos va hoy con esa live stream en muchas plataformas. Entonces, a ver, ¿cómo veo el chat? No sé. Voy a mirar cómo es la cosa acá. Ok, no sé, yo creo que estoy live en las tres, pero que me tengan paciencia, porque esa es la primera vez que estoy haciendo eso en tres plataformas diferentes a la vez. Entonces, si me puedes ver y escuchar, me escribes, por favor. All right. Hello, welcome. We'll get started here in 1 minute. Oh, okay, there we go. Hello, bienvenidos, welcome to our live stream this evening. Tonight, we're going to be teaching some verbs in English, and the focus will be verbs in Spanish that have more than one meaning in English. Por ejemplo, el verbo perder can mean miss, it can mean fail, it can mean lose. And so, how do you know if you speak Spanish and you're trying to form a sentence in English, which verb to use? So, that's what we will be talking about tonight. Voy a estar hablando en español, también en inglés, y para que todos me puedan entender y todos podemos aprender juntos. Entonces, ok. Entonces ya tenemos algunas personas. Entonces vamos a empezar. Bueno, alguien me escribe algo en el chat si me puede entender. Dame 2 minutos más para verificar que todo sí está funcionando bien y arrancamos. Ok. Voy a poner go live. Ok. Ok, ya. Ya estamos bien en Instagram. Entonces yo pongo eso acá. Me tengan algo de paciencia, por favor, mientras yo hago todo eso. Ok. To have three active. Ay, no sé. Bueno, estamos live en YouTube y TikTok, creo. Pero vamos a ver cómo vamos en las otras plataformas. Bueno. Hello, Cleo. How are you? Ok, ya en 1 minuto arrancamos. Voy a escribir a alguien para verificar. Amor, ok, listo. Ok, ya estamos bien. Yo creo que ya en algunas plataformas están vivo. Entonces, ya vamos a arrancar. Ok. Ok, ok. Ok, entonces, listo. Ok, bienvenidos Cel y Cleo y los que también están allá en YouTube y en TikTok. Si hay alguien, me escribes para ver cómo va toda esa cosa. All right. So, welcome everybody here to our live stream. Like I said earlier, we'll be reviewing verbs in Spanish that have more than one translation in English. And the goal, of course, is to learn and to improve your English. So, if you guys have any questions for me, please put them in the messages and I will get back to you. I'll answer the questions as they come in. So actually, let me try one more thing. I need to make sure that I'm live on TikTok as well. So my apologies. Uh, Give me one moment to confirm this, and then we will begin. We'll start. Give me one moment to. All right, very good. So we have a few people over here as well. So what we'll do is we'll be talking about Spanish and English. And if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat. Every 5 minutes, I will stop and review the chat to answer any questions that you guys might have. So, listo. Vamos a empezar. Listo. Hoy, la primera cosa que vamos a hacer es repasar los verbos de la clase anterior. Entonces, en este canal tenemos clases en vivo cada viernes a las 7 de la noche, tiempo de Colombia. Yo soy de Estados Unidos, pero yo vivo en Medellín, Colombia. Entonces, por el momento, las clases en vivo son 7 de la noche, aquí cada viernes. Entonces, para empezar, vamos a repasar los verbos de la vez anterior, a ver cómo se traducen bien en el inglés y después vamos a aprender cómo se traduce esperar, perder, manejar, coger y volver. Entonces, vamos a empezar repasando quedar. All right, so we will start by reviewing the verbs from last week. Give me one moment and I will review the messages. No English. Bueno, me ayuda en la materia. Juan Andrés. Bueno, bienvenidos. Sí, la idea es que vamos a hablar en inglés y español. Okay, listo. So, the first verb we talked about last time is the verb quedar. And in English, this translates to many things. The first translation is to stay. Como me quedé en casa todo el fin de semana. I stayed at home all weekend. So you can also use stay when you're talking about vacation. Como en las vacaciones, yo prefiero quedarme en un hotel o prefiero quedarme en un Airbnb. So I prefer to stay in a hotel or I prefer to stay in Airbnb. Okay. The next meaning is left, to be left, or to remain. So here we say, solo quedan dos asientos disponibles. So there are only 2 seats left, or there are only 2 seats remaining. So for example, you could say in a class, we have 1 hour left in our class. The next one is when you're trying on clothing and you want to see if it looks good or not. We use the word fit. Como ese vestido te queda perfecto. That dress fits you perfectly. So you can say, okay, this jacket fits me well. Or this jacket doesn't fit me. Por ejemplo, si ves esa cosa en la pantalla, pueden ver que no queda en la pantalla, que la palabra queda es como cortada. Entonces, en inglés puedo decir that the slides do not fit on the screen. So, the next meaning of quedar that we discussed last time is be, when we're talking about location. Como el hotel queda cerca del aeropuerto. The hotel is near the airport. Y también usamos eso para hablar de la emoción. Por ejemplo, como me quedé sorprendido. After the news, I was surprised or I was left surprised by the news. So, if you guys have any questions, put them in the messages. Si tiene alguna duda, póngalos en el chat, por favor. Y ya voy a revisar el chat y contestar a las preguntas. Ok. All right. Curtis Knight says, what about Spanglish? Taco Bell menu. Sí, podemos hablar como Spanglish, pero como una oración en inglés, otra oración en español. Entonces, así, vamos a variar. Entonces, ya volvemos. Listo. Ya vamos a revisar ese verbo para ver cómo se traduce bien. Lo que deben hacer es poner el verbo correcto en inglés en este espacio. So, there are only 2 seats for the concert. How would you say this word? What verb goes here? Is it be? Is it left? Is it fit? Is it stay? What do you guys think for number 1? Okay, very good. Yes, a few seats left for the concert. Exactly. All right. The next one, I at a hotel near the office last night. Me quedé en un hotel cerca de la oficina. Okay, very good. Yes, I stayed at a hotel near the office. All right. The next one, the shirt doesn't me. It's too tight. So remember, what verb do we use to talk about clothing? ¿Cómo hablamos de la ropa y cómo nos queda? O cómo no nos queda. Ojalá que no, pero a veces es el caso. Yes, very good. Fit. The shirt doesn't fit me. It's too tight. All right. Very good. All right. Bienvenidos. Where is the restaurant? It next to the bank. It stay next to the bank. Not quite. It is next to the bank. So when we're talking about location, we're going to use is. It is next to the bank. Okay? Very good. So we will move on to the next part. Ya vamos a hablar de dejar y cómo lo usamos. El primer significado es let, como allow or permit, permit. Como mi jefe me dejó salir temprano. My boss let me leave early. Okay, very good. The next meaning is to leave. So when you forget something, we use to leave. So, oh no, I left my phone in the office. Or I left my keys at the house. Como dejé mi teléfono en la oficina. So we can say left, let, leave. And then the last way we translate dejar is stop or quit. So, for example, if someone smokes cigarettes and they finally dejar de fumar, they stop smoking or they quit smoking. And as you can see here, déjalo, no vale la pena discutir. Stop it, it's not worth arguing. So, we will continue. All right. Ya vamos a repasar a ver si ustedes entienden cómo usar estos verbos. Can you me finish before interrupting? ¿Qué piensas que pueden poner ahí? Very good. Yes, very good. Exactly. Let. Can you let me finish before interrupting? All right. Very good. So this first one is let, like allow or permit. La segunda. My keys in the car again. I left. Yeah, very good. I left my keys. I forgot my keys. And the next one, she decided to smoking for good. Yes, to quit, to stop. All right. One moment, we'll see the other messages here. Very good. Yes, exactly. Stop, to stop smoking for number 3. All right. Very nice. Listo. Seguimos. Bueno, el tercer verbo de que hablamos la última vez es poner. Ahora, las 3 significados más importantes de poner en inglés son así. Put, like to place something. For example, I put the phone on the table, or please put something over there. The next one is put on, to talk about clothing. So I put on my glasses. I put on a jacket. So, por ejemplo, eso. When you're a kid and it's cold, your mom tells you, put on a coat. Entonces, cuando hace mucho frío, tu mamá siempre te dice, put on a coat. And the last one that's important is become. This is about a change of emotion. Como me puse nervioso antes de la presentación. So I became nervous. And we also say I got nervous. So I got nervous before the presentation. So very common to say this as well. I became nervous or I got nervous. So whenever we see this se puso, me puse así, it's become or get. All right. Now, if you have any questions, pueden ponerlo ahí. Ok, super. Bienvenidos a todos. Listo. Vamos a seguir. Okay. Our first example. Can you the contract on my desk? Is this put? Is it put on? Or is it become? Very good. Yes, it is put. Can you put the contract on my desk? Exactly. Very nice. Next one. She always make up before going out. Very good. Put on. So you put on makeup, you put on clothing. All right. The next one. I'm very happy when I got the promotion. Yes, I got very happy. I became very happy. All right. Perfect. Any questions about the ways to say poner en inglés? Si tiene cualquier duda, me dices. Y si estoy hablando demasiado en inglés, me avisas y cambiamos y hablamos más que todo en español. Ah, ok, listo, one. Put, became, yeah, very good. Sí, muy bien, listo. Vamos a seguir. Ah, ok, súper. Listo. Ya vamos a ir con pasar. So, the first meaning is to pass something, to give something to someone, or to move past something. Como en el carro, cuando estás manejando, es como, pasamos por la bomba, por la gasolinera. We passed the gas station. Or if you're in a meeting, puedes decir, can you pass me the pen? ¿Me puedes pasar la sal? The next one is to happen. Como, ¿qué pasó? So when you're talking about a situation or an event, we say happen. The third, y ese es un error muy común entre los hispanohablantes, y eso es spend. Es muy común que ustedes dicen I pass the time, pero es mejor decir spend. So I spent the whole day working on this project. En vez de decir pass, decir spend. I spent time doing something. And the last one is to go through. Entonces, en español, cuando dice como yo viví algo o me pasó por algo muy malo, we say go through. We don't typically say we passed through something. We say he's going through a bad time or a difficult time. Está pasando por un momento difícil. Listo. Vamos a seguir. Ok, vamos a revisar. Mira el primero. Can you me the document? ¿Cómo sería eso? Puedes pasarme el documento. Okay, very good. Can you pass me the document? All right, the next one. To talk about the events during a meeting. What during the meeting? ¿Qué? Okay, yeah. So this would be ¿qué pasó? Sorry, I made a mistake. But what happened? What happened during the meeting? Okay, very good. Next one. The weekend at the beach. To talk about time. ¿Cómo sería? We spent. Very good. We spent the weekend at the beach. Okay, very nice. All right, and then the last one here. She is a difficult situation right now. ¿Cómo sería eso en inglés? She is passing a difficult situation. She is spending a difficult situation. Yeah, very good. She's going through a difficult situation right now. Okay, very nice. We will continue. All right. La última cosa que vamos a repasar antes de ir aprendiendo los nuevos verbos es el verbo llevar. Entonces, the first meaning in English is bring. So, can you bring the report to the meeting? All right. The next one is carry. Now, this is a common mistake. Es un error muy común que cuando tenemos algo en la mano, decimos carry. I carry something. Por ejemplo, I carry a bag. Pero con ropa decimos wear. I'm wearing a jacket. I'm wearing glasses. I'm wearing headphones, for example. Okay, super. Today I'm wearing a red dress. All right? And then the last one es como se dice llevar bien. Sorry. Como llevarse bien con alguien. In English, we say to get along with others. So it's common to say we get along well or we don't get along well. So now we will look at the next page at the practice. Listo. Bueno, si hay alguna pregunta, me avisas aquí. Okay, pass. Okay, very good. Pass, very good one. All right, perfect. All right. Vamos a chequear las otras cosas. Okay, very good. All right. So, fill in the blank. Ponga lo que falta y me puede escribir allá en los mensajes. So the first one, can you these documents to the manager? Can you carry or can you bring? What do you guys think? Okay, very good. Yes, bring. Exactly. Can you bring these documents to the manager? She always a handbag to work. Siempre lleva un bolso al trabajo. Very good. Carry. So carry is something you keep in your hands. So like a bag or something like this. I'm carrying my phone. Yes, all right. He very well with our colleagues. We very well with our colleagues. ¿Cómo es eso? Nos llevamos bien en inglés. Very good. Get along. Get along very well with our colleagues. Perfect. Okay. The last one here. To talk about clothing, do we say he is using, he is carrying, or do we say he's wearing? Very good. He's wearing a suit for the meeting. Okay. Any questions about these verbs from the last class? Si hay cualquier pregunta de cómo se traduce llevar a inglés, me avisas en los mensajes, por favor. La tengo, pero no sé. Ah, listo, Juan. Mira, es que voy a poner aquí en los mensajes el acceso de la presentación para que puedes verlo después también. Entonces me da un minuto y voy a ponerlo ahí en los mensajes para que lo puedes ver y anotar lo que quieres después también. Entonces, dame un minuto. Voy a ponerlo ahí en el chat en TikTok y ya también aquí en Instagram y aquí en YouTube también, para que todos puedan ver. Si quieres seguir o repasarlo después, porque sí, es muy bueno repasar la cosita para poder, sí, entenderlo bien, porque obviamente van a entender eso, pero hay que repasarlo, hay que practicar usándolo. Entonces ya, ok, ya, ya vamos con los nuevos verbos de esta noche. El primer verbo es esperar. Okay, so what ways can we translate esperar in English? Take a second and put it in the messages. So here we see hope, but there are two other ways that we translate esperar into English. All right, let's see here. All right, so the first one is to hope. And this is when you want something to happen, you're wishing for something to happen. It's kind of like you desear also. So I hope you succeed in your new job. We hope the meeting is productive. I hope to see you soon. So remember, in this case, if you're desiring something, you don't say wait. In this case, you say I hope. So, to practice, what is something you hope will happen this year? ¿Qué es algo que esperas que te va a pasar este año? Okay, seguimos. All right, very good. So, when you wish for an outcome, but you don't control the outcome, y también es muy común decir, I hope that. So, I hope that my friend calls me and invites me to the movies. Or I hope to travel to Europe next month. Something like this. So it's very common to say, I hope that, or I hope you learn something from this class. All right. The next meaning of esperar is to expect. This is when you believe something will happen. You think something will happen. So here, we expect to receive a response soon. como esperamos recibir una respuesta pronto. I expect the report to be ready tomorrow. Espero que el informe esté listo mañana. The boss expects everyone to arrive on time. All right. So, en español es muy común decir como no esperaba eso de ti. And in English, we would say, I didn't expect that for you. It's more about a prediction, what you think might happen or might not happen. So it's a difference between to wish or hope and expect. Does anybody have a question? Si hay alguna pregunta, alguna duda? All right, very good. Let's see here. Okay, very nice. Okay, so here we have when to use expect. So this is to talk about, yeah, things you think will happen. So I expect to, or I expect that. All right. So the last use, the last way we could translate esperar into English is the most common, and this is wait. So this is when you're waiting for time to pass. So, for example, you're waiting for the bus, or you're waiting for class to start. So we waited in the reception area for 15 minutes. Or, yeah, don't make me wait too long. No me hagas esperar mucho tiempo. Un error común que la gente hace mucho es I'm waiting you. In English, we say I'm waiting for you or I'm waiting on you. Sí, entonces nunca dice I'm waiting you or you're waiting me. No, siempre usamos una preposición como for or on. I'm waiting for you or I'm waiting on you. So, tell me, what's something you often have to wait for? Ah, buenas noches, cielo. ¿Qué más? ¿Bien o qué? Listo, vamos a revisar el chat. Ah, ok, Juan Andrés, ¿por qué no es we hope? ¿En cuál contexto? Es que Juan me puede dar un poco más de información de eso. Es que hay un poco de mora entre lo que digo y lo que ustedes ven allá, entonces me puede dar más contexto, pero sí podemos decir we hope cuando deseamos algo, pero sí, hope y expect son parecidos a veces. Entonces, si me puede dar más contexto, yo le contesto de una. Ok, listo. Ya, si no hay más preguntas, ya vamos a seguir. Vamos a seguir con la práctica. Bueno, ok. Aquí tenemos unas oraciones y como siempre hay que poner el verbo correcto en inglés en el espacio. Y entonces, como hay una demora, si vas a poner algo en el chat, por favor ponga número uno y la respuesta, número dos, la respuesta. Porque con esa demora, si estoy viendo así, no sé pues cuál cosa a cuál te refieres. Entonces, mejor. Como ejemplo, yo quiero esa maqueta. Ok. Ah, en este caso sería I want. Yo quiero esa maqueta. Ay, qué pena, no entiendo qué quiere decir maqueta. ¿Alguien me puede, alguien me puede ayudar? Como ejemplo, yo quiero es maqueta. Lo siento, Juan, no sé. Pero bueno, vamos a seguir. Y si me puede dar más contexto, si yo te... Bueno, ok. Listo. Aquí tenemos one, hope. I hope to hear from the client soon. Yes, very good. Pilar, very good. I hope to hear from you soon. We expect, very good. Talking about what you believe will happen. All right. And number three. She is for her colleague waiting. Okay, very good. Yes, she's waiting for her colleague to finish the report. Okay, we're on number 4. The manager, everyone to meet the deadlines. The manager hopes, waits, or expects. What do we think for number 4? Okay. Yeah, so number 4 is going to be expects. We would say the manager expects everyone to meet the deadlines. You could say that the manager hopes that everyone meets the deadlines, but this would be more of a desire. So if the manager wasn't sure that the people would meet the deadlines, he would say he hopes, pero como él ya tiene esa expectación, como es un gerente, vamos a decir expect, porque he expects everyone to meet the deadline. Yeah, very good. Expects. All right. And then the last one here, to get a promotion this year. And number 5, también puede usar hope or expect. Y eso depende de cómo te sientes de eso. Entonces, si deseas recibir la promoción, pero no estás tan seguro, puedes decir, I hope to get the promotion this year. Pero si ya llevas mucho tiempo en la empresa y la gerente ya te dijo que yo creo que ese año sí te van a subir, entonces en ese sentido sería como I expect to get the promotion, porque yo creo que sí ya es que ese promotion ya tengo. Entonces I expect. Y es así la diferencia. Es muy sutil, pero hope es como, ay, por favor, I hope to get this. Pero expect es como más con confianza, que eso sí me va a pasar. Y si eso no me pasa, si eso no me llega, yo pues no sé, es como alguien que uno ya piensa que va a tener. I expect it. And hope es más, no sé, como orar a Dios o algo, como I hope. Entonces, sí, yeah, hope is good for number 5. Also expect. All right. Seguimos con unos ejemplos en videos. Entonces, vamos a intentar algo. A ver, me tenga un poco de paciencia. Listo. Ya lo que vamos a ver es usar ese sitio web llamado Youglish, que es como una cosa de YouTube en que alguien puede poner cualquier cosa y sale videos de YouTube con esas oraciones. Entonces, eso para practicar el inglés es muy, muy útil porque puede poner cualquier frase. Mira, yo puse eso, I hope you like it, que es toda una frase y sale 386 videos. Y eso no está pagado, no es un anuncio ni nada de eso, pero eso es algo gratis que te puede servir en el inglés. Entonces, lo que vamos a hacer es mirar ejemplos con I hope.
The debate.
Yeah, well, I hope this paper will help move that along.
I hope this paper will help move that along. Y ustedes pueden escuchar cuando yo pongo algo en el computador. A ver,
You notice
espero que sí. I hope that you can hear it. I expect that you guys can hear this. Ya vamos a poner expect.
Their children. They expect their partners, their spouses, their wives to work outside the home and be just as committed to their careers as they are.
Entonces, aquí, ok, muchas gracias, Pilar. Entonces, aquí dice que they expect their partners, como esperan que sus parejas, pero eso expect es como muy fuerte. Awesome. Ah, sí, con todo gusto. Loca. Ay, Carol, ¿eres tú? Ah, bueno, ¿cómo va todo allá en Europa, pues? Sí, bienvenidos y avísame haga si tiene alguna pregunta. Listo, expect. Y la otra cosa que puedes hacer para practicar, si uno habla español, por ejemplo, es poner el mismo, pero bueno, ya voy a poner en español para que ustedes pueden traducirlo a inglés. Entonces, pongamos espero que.
Bueno, espero que te haya gustado este video.
Okay, so he says, espero que te haya gustado. So you can think, how is this in English? I expect that you like the video. I hope that you like the video. I wait that you like the video. We would say, I hope. So in this case, we would say, I hope. So we can go here.
No te vas a
de la silla, pues no se ve nada. Espero que cuando ustedes vengan tengan más suerte.
Okay, so in this case, there are many examples translating it to hope, but you can see here there's over 5,000 examples. All right, expect es muy fuerte en qué sentido? Comparado con hope, tal vez, sí, así, Chelo. Sí, por ejemplo, si yo digo que I hope es como más como un deseo y expect es más como, sí, como ya creo que eso me va a pasar. Por ejemplo, con esa de subir el salario. Si o no, sí. Por ejemplo, aquí en Colombia normalmente te suben el salario cada año. Entonces, I expect they will raise my salary this year. But I hope that they raise my salary a lot. So I expect they raise my salary porque siempre me suben el salario al fin del año. But I hope that they raise it a lot. Entonces, espero que me suban mucho. No sé si me va a subir ahí como, no sé, 9% o si me va a subir como 5 o como 20. I hope 20%, but I expect that it goes up. Así es como, en ese sentido es más fuerte que hope. Pero en las frases educados, como espero que te vaya bien, las frases de los correos, espero que te encuentras bien, siempre hope. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a great day. Um, I hope you enjoyed your visit to our country. Something like this. Hope es como más relacionado con esperanza. Sí. Y expect es más relacionado con algo que se siente más, disculpe, más firmeza que va a pasar. Sí, así es perfecto. Es, sí, más claro que yo pudiera decirlo. Sí, muchas gracias. Ah, ok, Anthony, muchas gracias. Ok, sí, listo. Y ya vamos a mirar en el otro chat. Sí, sí, el profe Pilar está aquí ayudándonos. Listo. Muchas gracias. Ok, bueno, ya vamos a seguir con una práctica más de esa. Ok, listo. Ya tenemos algo para leer. Todo eso es en inglés y la idea es que, sí, that you fill in the blanks with hope, expect, or wait. So here you have three options: hope, expect, or wait. So we will take a couple minutes. I will read this out loud y pongan las respuestas en el chat y seguimos así. All right. David just got a new job, and today is his first day at the office. He arrives early and has to at the reception for his manager. Okay. Wait. Very good. He has to wait because he's sitting there looking at his watch, waiting for his manager. For her to arrive, he looks around and wonders what the day will be like. Very good. Wait. Very good, Cello. Very good, Carol. Very good. All right. Number two. All right. Y si recuerda, por favor, ponga el número. Waits. Okay, very good. Y con el S de tercera persona a la vez. Very good. While he waits. Perfect. All right. This job will be a great opportunity for me, he thinks. I also to meet my team soon and learn about my responsibilities. All right. What about 3 and 4? Okay. Very good. Very good, Cleo. Hope. Hope could be good. Yes, I hope this job will be a great opportunity for me. Yes, very good. Hope. All right. And what about number 4? Expect. Yeah, I also expect to meet my team soon and learn about my responsibilities. Okay? Very good. Very good, Cello. All right. After a few, very good. All right. After a few minutes, his manager, Sarah, arrives. Welcome, David. You to be ready to start training right away. So this one, they have idea, they have a belief about David already. Okay, very good. Expect. We expect you to be ready. Exactly. Perfect. All right. David smiles. Of course. I really to do well here and grow in the company. Yes. So this one is a bit tricky. So number 6, you could say hope or you could say expect. It depends on how he feels about it. So if he says, I hope to do well here, it's more of a desire. But if he says, I expect to do well here, in this case, it shows more confidence. Como I expect to do well here. I think I will do well here. So in number 6, you could say hope or expect, depending on how he feels. Okay. Sarah nods. Great attitude. Just remember, sometimes projects take longer than planned. So you might have to before seeing big results. Okay? All right. Very good. Have to wait before seeing big results. Okay? David laughs. No problem. I'm patient. I just, I won't have to too long for my first paycheck. Okay, number 7. Yeah, very good. Wait. And 8 and 9. Yes, I hope I won't have to wait too long for my first paycheck. Okay, very good. Awesome. Thank you guys for participating in the chat, and you're doing very well. All right. All right. Let's move on to our next verb. All right. The next one is perder. So, of course, you can say lose. You can say, yes. And he gets fired for the last joke. Very good. Very good, Cello. And maybe if he says, yeah, I just expect I won't have to wait too long. Maybe in this case, he would be fired. But yeah, very good. I hope I won't have to wait too long for my first paycheck. Yeah, very nice. All right. So we'll talk now about perder. So here you see the first meaning is miss. There's a few other ways to translate this into English. What are some of the other ways that perder is used in English? We have miss. Cancerbero, hello. How are you? Para que todos que están como reúnen, sí, que están, sí, con nosotros ya, lo que estamos haciendo es un clase de inglés y estamos explicando verbos en español que se traducen como raros en inglés. Entonces la idea es que sí, que por ejemplo ese verbo perder se puede traducir en inglés como miss, lose, fail, and also get lost. Entonces estamos hablando de esas cosas para que ustedes hispanohablantes puedan entender mejor el idioma inglés. Entonces, sí, vamos a hacer preguntas. Cualquier pregunta me puede poner en los mensajes en el chat y seguimos aprendiendo juntos. Qué pena con el español. Listo. All right. So the first one is to miss. So this is when you're kind of waiting for something, but you don't arrive on time. Like a train. So I missed the train this morning. I don't want to miss an opportunity, como perder una oportunidad. Or a meeting. So for example, hay unas personas, there are some people that are missing this class because they're at work or have other plans. So to miss. So yeah, when you fail to be present for something, like you miss the bus, you miss a meeting, you miss an event, you miss your flight, for example, perdiste el vuelo. Yeah, when you don't take advantage of an opportunity. Okay? So, have you ever missed an important meeting or opportunity? Try to think of a sentence and put it in the messages. I'll start. I'll put a message here. I'll say, yeah, I missed. I'll say, I missed the interview because I slept late, for example. So that would be an example of to miss. You don't say, I lost the interview. You would say, I missed the interview. All right, I'll put this here. I missed the interview because I slept late. Okay, the second is the most common use, and this is to lose. So when you don't know where something is, como las llaves. Perdí mis llaves otra vez. So I lost my keys. In a sporting event or a competition, the team lost the game by 1 point. El equipo perdió el partido. And also with money. Maybe you invest money in a company and the stock goes down. So you lost money. Or you go to the casino and you gamble, you lose money. So, very common. The other meaning here es como perderse. Entonces, you would say get lost. Perderse es como get lost. So you can say, I got lost when exploring a new city. Me perdí cuando estaba explorando una nueva ciudad. Y también si estás, pues, no sé, si uno tiene un conflicto con alguien y quiere decirlo como piérdate, you can say get lost. So get lost is perderse, and you can use it in many ways in English. So yeah, when you no longer have something, when you don't win. So we will continue here. All right. The other one is to waste. So when you use something and you don't get a benefit, you waste it. Es como desperdiciar también. Entonces ustedes dicen perder, pero waste también es como desperdiciar. Entonces, no quiero perder tiempo en esta reunión. I don't want to waste time in this class. We wasted a great business opportunity. Perdimos una gran oportunidad de negocio. Don't waste energy worrying about that. So to waste is, yeah, for example, if you buy fruit and you don't eat it in a week, the fruit will be bad. And this is wasted. Entonces, uno compra una manzana y se pudre y ya no lo puedes comer. You wasted this apple. Entonces, seguimos. Así. Okay. Or one second. All right. So, when talking about time, money, or energies that are not used well. So, if something is wasted, it means you don't get the benefit from it. Por ejemplo, alguien te llama, pues para venderte algo, in English we say, stop wasting my time. No me pierdes el tiempo. Stop wasting my time. Okay? We will continue. The next one is fail, and this is used a lot in school. Entonces, para perder el examen o perder la entrevista, you can say to fail. So when you don't succeed in something, you fail. So if you don't study, you will fail the exam. The team failed to close the contract. And we failed to reach the sales target this month. Okay? Very good. We will continue. ¿Alguien tiene alguna pregunta? Todavía si hay alguna pregunta me avisas y yo les digo en los mensajes. Ok, bueno, seguimos dándole entonces. Okay, so when something does not succeed. So I failed the test, I failed something. So have you ever failed at something but learned an important lesson? Tell us in the messages. Listo, ya vamos a repasar todo eso. Entonces, please fill in the missing verb. Puede ser waste, fail, lose, or miss. So the first one, my flight by 5 minutes. Very good. I missed my flight. So not I lost my flight, but I missed my flight. Okay? The team, the opportunity to expand to Europe. You can say the team lost. The team lost the opportunity to go to Europe. Very good. Number one is lost. Or, sorry, so Cello, number one, you would say miss. En este caso sería miss. Como perdí el vuelo. When we're talking about some type of transportation, you would say I missed it. So I missed my flight by 5 minutes. Bueno, vamos a esperar unos 30 segundos para que ustedes pueden leer todo eso y poner las respuestas en el chat. Listo. Okay. So, I don't want to blank more time in useless meetings. Waste. Waste. Very good. Ese sí es muy común. Si ustedes tienen un trabajo corporativo, saben que uno pierda mucho tiempo en las reuniones. You waste a lot of time. So, you can say this meeting is a waste of time. Pues puedes decirlo, pero no lo recomendaría. Ay, Dios mío. Hoy me está cantando el español. Pero si eso no recomiendo, pero puedes decir meetings are a waste of time. See, many people have this belief about meetings, waste of time. Very good. Number 4. If you don't study, you will fail. Okay, very good. Number 4, fail. Number 5, lose. Okay, very good, Cello. Number 5 is lose. All right. Ya tenemos una historia aquí con perder. So, I will read this out loud, and then I'll go back and fill in the blanks. Sophia had been preparing for her company's annual presentation for weeks. She knew this was her chance to impress the executives, and she didn't want the opportunity. The morning of the event, she rushed to the office, but on the way, in an unfamiliar part of town. She checked the time and panicked. She couldn't afford to and arrived late. Finally, she made it to the office, just in time. She opened her laptop to review her slides, but she realized something terrible. She had the time while preparing and forgot to charge her computer. The battery was dead. Her boss, Mr. Thompson, when he realized that she had no backup plan. How could you make such a mistake? He shouted. Sophia took a deep breath. She refused to and decided to present from memory. She spoke confidently and answered every question without hesitation. By the end of the meeting, the executives were impressed. Instead of a promotion, she had just secured her place on the leadership team. Okay, entonces. Okay, so the first one. She didn't want to miss the opportunity. Number one is miss. Okay. The morning of the event, she rushed to the office, but on the way, she got lost. So here is como perderse. She got lost in an unfamiliar part of town. She checked the time and panicked. She couldn't afford to. This would also be get lost and arrive late. Okay. All right. Finally, she made it to the office just in time. She opened her laptop to review the slides, but realized something terrible. She had lost the time while preparing. And here it's often to say she had lost track of time while preparing and forgot to charge her computer. The battery was dead. Her boss, Mr. Thompson, when he realized she had no backup plan. You would say here, her boss, Mr. Thompson. Okay, I made a mistake here. I apologize. Ignore number 5. Okay, but here we go. She refused to fail and decided to present from memory. And number 7 would be, instead of missing a promotion, she had just secured her place on the leadership team. So we will move on to the next verb, which is manejar. All right. Un momento, voy a revisar el chat. Super. Bueno, listo. Vamos aquí con manejar. Y después de ese verbo, lo vamos a cerrar para esta noche. Pero vamos a hacer eso y terminamos. Ok. Y para ver eso de perder, podemos mirar unos ejemplos. Waste my time.
I'm not going to waste my time teaching.
Entonces, no voy a perder el tiempo. Teaching.
To the press.
Why waste my time?
Or saying,
Una pregunta de memoria. ¿No es by heart o también es from memory? Son muy parecidos. Es como from memory. By heart es como más fuerte. Cuando uno conoce a alguien by heart, es como en cualquier situación, no importa dónde sea, no sé, cuál sea la situación, siempre vas a poder recordar eso. Por ejemplo, el número de teléfono de mi casa en Estados Unidos, cuando yo estaba chiquito, es que yo aprendí eso by heart. Entonces, ese número ya no sirve, pero todavía yo lo conozco by heart. Entonces, from memory is more normal, es más normal. If you say something from memory, it's you could say, I'm going to give my speech from memory. I'm not going to use notes. So you would say, like, I will do something from memory, but I know something by heart. So it's also different because of which verb you use it with. Entonces, uno sabe algo o recuerda algo by heart, pero yo hago algo from memory. So I do my speech from memory. I can give this class from memory, but I know this class by heart. Entonces, así es la diferencia, pero sí, más o menos son iguales. ¿Ese tiene sentido? Sigue adelante, maestro. Ah, bueno, muchas gracias. Para adelante. Listo, seguimos. All right. So waste my time. All right. Very good. So we'll look at a couple other ones here. We'll look at fail.
Often right before our very eyes, but we fail to see it, right?
So we're unable to see it. But all right, and then we'll look here at some things about miss. This is the biggest mistake that people make. All right, continue here.
Was worried about that I was going to miss my flight.
Okay, very good.
And then I'm going to miss my flight. Anyway, so
okay, yeah. So people talking about they're going to perder el vuelo, they're going to miss their flight. So a very common mistake people make. All right, very good. So now we'll talk about manejar. So what are some ways that you can translate manejar in English? Obviously, there's drive, so conducir, when you have a vehicle. Okay. All right. So this is the simplest one. Como conducir. He knows to drive very well. I learned to drive very well. All right. The next one is to manage. So this is when you're talking about in a business context, kind of manage. Sometimes we say control, but control, when we talk about people, to say we control people, it sounds very impolite. It sounds very like this, como muy malo, como controlar a la gente, no sé, como manipular. Entonces, pero manage es pues sí, es la palabra educado para decir como un gerente manages the people. So you can manage a team of people. You can manage projects. So he manages several projects at a time. Or you can manage a situation. If you guys remember, maybe last week, we had a video about deal with. So you can manage and deal with are very, very similar. So I need to deal with the situation. I need to manage the situation. I need to manejar la situación. Entonces, eso es como decimos manage. Handle. Yes, exact. So, you're right. So, Chelo, so handle es como cuando uno tiene un problema. Entonces, puede handle un problema, pero handle es como deal with, but manage es para las personas también. Entonces, puede usar manage for people, tasks, and problems, pero no puede decir handle para hablar de manejar a la gente. You don't say you handle people, you say you manage people. So manage is a more general term in this way. So we have the term manager and manage. So the manager manages the people. But when talking about tasks, you can say, yes, I can handle this problem. I can kind of control this problem. All right, very good. We will continue. So, yeah, when supervising people, handling responsibilities, there it is, and dealing with challenges. All right, so have you ever had to manage a difficult situation at work? All right. So, number 3 is handle. Very good. Cello can read minds, perhaps. So, yeah, I don't know how to handle or manage this new software. So, cómo manejar, pero con herramientas, información, no con personas. We don't say handle people, but we can handle a situation or a problem. So she handles confidential information in her job. All right, perfect. Yeah, so physical objects, abstract things, so you can handle your emotions. So, for example, if you have a high stress job, por ejemplo, en el ejército, you need to know, like in the army, you need to know how to handle your emotions. Or if you're a police officer or a doctor, a surgeon, you have to be able to handle your emotions. And we also can say manage in this case, to manage your emotions as well. So it's very common. Handle and manage are very similar. Okay? All right. Now the next one is control. But yeah, when we talk about control, we don't typically talk about control with people because it seems very rude and very like evil, like, oh, I'm trying to manipulate or control. But you can control your time. You can control a situation or control your stress. Or yeah, here it says the pilots control the plane. So these are all verbs that are very similar. Independientemente, Santa Fe de Bogotá, aguante el rojo. Ah, súper. Ah, sí, es que viste el video que hice con la cosa de Nacional. Ah, bueno, pues sí, estás bienvenido. Sí, bienvenido. Yo tengo un estudiante, sí, que también es de Santa Fe de Bogotá, que es sí, un hincha muy, muy grande. Ok, listo. Y si quiero decir manejando mi tiempo, por ejemplo, you could say managing my time. Manejando mi tiempo sería managing my time. Yeah, managing would be best, or perhaps controlling, pero yo diría managing. Managing your time. Por ejemplo, si uno va a YouTube y buscas time management, estrategias para time management. Es muy común esta frase en el mundo de eso de autoayuda, de self-help. We talk a lot about time management. So, cómo manejar, cómo gestionar el tiempo. So, I would say managing my time. You could, maybe in a job interview, they ask you, what are your strengths? You can say, I'm great at time management. I can manage my time very well. So, very good. Thank you, Miguel. Is a very good question. All right. All right. We will continue here. All right. So, yeah, for systems, time, and personal habits. Okay. So now we'll move on to our practice. So I will read these out loud and you guys can put the answer in the chat. The idea is to fill in the blank with the correct verb in English. So the options are drive, manage, control, and handle. I believe, yeah. So I learned to when I was 16 years old. A team of 15 people in her company. We need to, our expenses better to save money. Can you this machine? Pilots must the airplane carefully in bad weather. Okay, very good. Number 1 is drive. She managed. Okay, very good. Perfect. 3, control. All right, very good, Cello. Okay. Vale. Listo. All right, what about number 4? Number 4 would be handle. Handle or control. Yeah, very good. Handle or control. Both are perfect. And number 5 is control. So now we'll move on to our story practice. So I'll read the story. You guys can read along with me and then I want you to do the same thing here. Fill in the blank. So, it was Monday morning, and Lisa had a busy day ahead. She got in her car ready to blank to the office. But as soon as she started the engine, she realized she was low on gas. Not the best way to start the week, she thought. When she arrived at work, her boss reminded her that she had an important project to. She was responsible for organizing a conference for 200 people, and there were still many details left to finalize. As she checked her inbox, she saw an email from an unhappy client. She took a deep breath and thought, I need to this carefully so the situation doesn't escalate. Later in the afternoon, Lisa felt overwhelmed by all her responsibilities. She had so much to do and not enough time. I really need to my schedule better, she thought. Otherwise, I'll never finish everything on time. By the end of the day, Lisa had successfully resolved the client's issue, finalized the conference details, and even had time to answer some pending emails. She smiled, knowing she had learned how to stressful situations more effectively. All right, so let's see how we're doing here. So the first one is drive, ready to drive to the office. Just like this. In the car, to drive the car. Very good. And una cosa de drive. No decimos drive para un moto o algo así. Solo para vehículos con esa cosa redonda, con la rueda. Entonces, para un bicicleta decimos ride. Por moto decimos ride. Ride, sorry. We say ride. Ride a motorcycle, ride a bike, but we drive a car. So, or any other kind of thing with a wheel, like a truck, a bus, you would drive. But something with two wheels, you ride. So, all right. She had an important project to manage. Number 2 is manage. Okay. All right, the next one. I need to handle this carefully. So the situation, volante, así. Gracias, cielo. El volante. Sí, todos estamos aprendiendo juntos en esas clases. Súper. Muchas gracias. All right. So, I need to handle this carefully. Number 4, I really need to manage my schedule better. And this could be manage or handle. And then the last one, number 5, she learned how to, I would say, handle, control, or manage. You could use any of those 3 situations here. So, no issues. All right. Es necesario especificar que se maneja o conduce. No entiendo. Conduce. ¿Qué se maneja? No. Por ejemplo, puede decir como I'm driving to work. Yo creo que es solo drive. I'm driving to work. You don't have to say driving the car or something like this. Entonces, pero ya vamos a mirar algunos ejemplos en español de manejar y cómo se traduce en viva. Entonces vamos a poner acá, ¿a qué hora terminas live? No sé, mientras que tenemos unas personas acá, pues nos falta yo creo que 2 verbos. Entonces, en 15 minutos vamos a terminar. Pero sí, mientras siga gente viendo, vamos a seguir, sí, dando el live stream. Entonces, sí, vamos a seguir. Yo creo que nos falta 2 verbos. Entonces, ya. Okay. Hector, hi there with the class. I'm interested in the classes. Okay, very good. Thank you, Hector. I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, so we'll type in maneja, and the idea is to see this and translate.
Mecánicos. Hay una versión que es la que se maneja en los alrededores de New Hampshire.
All right, so we'll go back.
Hay una versión que es
que se maneja en los alrededores. So, how could we translate this? We can look here Google Translate is used. Okay, so this is another use. You could say that is used. All right, we'll move on to the next one.
Intermediario. Estaban entre la fiduprevisora que maneja la platica.
This is a very good example. Que maneja la platica. So this would be that manages or that handles the money. This appears to be, yeah, this is a political video, and they're talking about the flow of money in the government. So, que maneja la plata. What do you control?
Que maneja la Contraloría.
So yeah, very good. That manages. Okay, very good. All right. So this is one way that you can use this to practice. So you can see this and translate, or you can also look over here and you can type it in English and see the English version of some things.
Curation, which has become a huge topic these days as we try to manage the overwhelming information.
Okay, try to manage the overwhelming flow of information. All right, so to manage is como, all right, let's see what we have here. So to manage information es como manejar la información. Es que ustedes se pueden escuchar ese ruido que están haciendo allá afuera. Yo creo que debe ser la cumpleaños de alguien en el vecindario, pues. No sé. Pero no sé, no está bien. Okay. Se puede decir también I'm riding to work. Not really. It's better to say, if you said I'm riding to work, you would be talking about a motorcycle or a bicycle. You can also say I'm riding the bus. But when you're behind the wheel and you're like this, you could say I'm driving to work. Okay, so yes, riding you can use if you are the passenger in a car, in a bus, or if you're on a bicycle or a moto. Entonces, si eres la que está manejando, you are driving. Pero si eres el pasajero o estás en un bus o en un moto, en una bicicleta, you are riding. So you ride a bike, you ride a motorcycle, you ride in a car, or you ride on the bus. But if you are in control, estás manejando, you are driving. All right. Very good. Hola from Campeche, Mexico. Hello from Campeche, Mexico. Hello, Carlos. Welcome here to the live. What we're doing is talking about verbs in Spanish that have multiple translations in English. And so we will get back to this one. All right. Ahora vamos a hablar del verbo coger. Y no lo vamos a hablar de coger como coger así de vulgar. Vamos a hablar de los usos que sean normal y educado. Eso no es ese tipo de live stream para hablar de, pues, de esas cosas. Entonces, vamos a hablar de cómo se usa coger, por ejemplo, en Colombia. Y entiendo que en algunos países tiene, pues, un significado feo, pero vamos a hablar de los que son normales, que son educados para ese live stream tan elegante que tenemos esta noche. Entonces, the first one, to grab. So when you, take something in your hand, you grab it. So, I grab the pen from the table, for example. Sí, así es, Chelo. Eso, no sé, es en la lista de las primeras palabras que la gente, pues, que la gente aprende en el inglés. Hello, how are you? Y el tercero es ese. Entonces ya saben. Entonces, grab. You can say, I grabbed something from the table. Or I grabbed someone's hand. Yeah, you grab someone's hand or hold someone's hand like this. Okay? All right. Very good. All right. The next one is to take something. So it's common to say, cojo el bus. So I always take the bus. And as we talked about a second ago, I ride the bus. So I took a taxi. I took a bus. I took a flight. to Madrid. We're going to take a flight to Madrid. Okay? All right. The next one is to catch. También como atrapar. So I caught a cold. Cogí un resfriado después del viaje. So you can say catch or also get. So I got a cold. I don't want to get the flu. I don't want to catch the flu. I don't want, the flu to be on me. And then, here, got into the habit of. So, cogió la costumbre is got into the habit of something. All right, very good. So, we'll go through and read this short text and fill in the blank. Julia was running late for work. She rushed to the bus stop, hoping to the bus on time. But as she arrived, the doors closed and she missed it. Frustrated, she decided to a taxi instead. As she reached into her bag, she realized she had forgotten her wallet. At least I remembered to my phone, she thought. She quickly called a friend for help. By the time she got to work, she felt exhausted. I think I'm starting to a cold from all the stress. Okay, so take some time and think, how could you use this? Grab, catch, get, take. What are the ways to fill in the blanks here? All right, so hoping to, in this case, we would say catch. Yes, so this one we would say to catch the bus. So you can say take, but because we say on time, it's like to catch the bus on time. But you could say take as well. So doors closed and she missed it. So remember, we talked about missing. Perdió el bus. She missed the bus. Okay? Instead, she decided to take a taxi. All right. Next one, at least I remembered to grab, to grab my phone. So, I'm glad I grabbed my phone. Okay? All right. And the last one, I think I'm starting to catch a cold or to get a cold from all the stress. Okay? All right. Very good. Any questions so far about some ways that coger can be translated into English? All right. Let's move on. I believe this is the last verb of the night. So we'll talk about volver. So volver has many meanings or many translations in English. So the main one with volver is to return. So we'll talk about go back and come back, but we'll get into that in a second. To return. So I returned to the office after lunch. She will return to Spain next year. We are returning to normal after the event. Volviendo a la normal. Volvemos a la normal. Okay. Okay. Now, come back. So, what is the difference between go back and come back? So, hace como tres semanas yo hice un video de ese tema. Y la diferencia entre go back and come back es basado en dónde se encuentra la persona que está hablando. Entonces, pues pues el ejemplo que usé en el video era esa frase tan feo que dicen la gente que go back to your country, como vuelve a tu país. Eso es obviamente muy malo, yo no puedo eso, pero es muy bueno para ejemplo. Entonces, si yo estoy en Estados Unidos y estoy diciendo a alguien, pues a un extranjero que go back es como go away from me to a place I'm not, go back, away from me. Pero como yo estoy en Colombia y mi familia está allá en Estados Unidos, si mi mamá desde Estados Unidos me llama, me va a decir, When are you going to come back, to return to where she is? So it depends where the person is. So come back is to come back like towards the speaker, and go back is to return but away from the speaker. Y no sé, no te estreses mucho por eso porque eso es una cosa que con el tiempo uno va, no sé, aprendiendo cómo funciona y lo que suena bien y lo que suena mal. Y cuando uno dice eso mal, pues no se va a acabar el mundo. Es que normalmente la persona sí te va a entender, es como que go back o come back. Y si encuentras un hablante nativo de inglés en la calle y lo preguntas cuál es la diferencia entre come back y go back, te van a decir que, pues que no sé, que parece igual. Y así es. So it's a little different, but it's not a big deal. Go back is to return away from the speaker, and to come back is to return towards the speaker. So, when are you coming back to the office? When we will come back after the meeting. The team came back more motivated after the retreat. Very good. So, they returned to where they were. All right. Very good. Okay. Same thing here. To go back. Entonces, también lo podemos usar para volver no físicamente. So, for example, si no funciona, vuelve a la estrategia original. We can go back to the original strategy. Or, por ejemplo, en las relaciones. Todos tenemos un amigo que siempre vuelve con tu ex, con su ex. Ay, no. Hable mal. No, but someone goes back with their ex-boyfriend, their ex-girlfriend. They go back, they volver. So typically we say go back. All right, very good. So you can go back to an old habit. You can go back to a person, go back to many things. So go back is very useful. All right, and the last one is again. So to do something again. So this one translates a little bit weird. Traduce como un poco raro. Porque decimos, I read the report again. So entonces, volver a leer, it's read again. Y que pongan las pilas, porque normalmente again se ponga al fin del oración. I read the report again. I did something again. Como esa canción de Britney Spears, oops, I did it again. Oops, volví a hacerlo. So when we say volver a, we say to do something again. So we have to negotiate the contract again. Y a veces se puede poner re. For example, I reread the report. We need to renegotiate the contract. Entonces a veces pongamos again y otras veces pongamos re, como reread, rewrite. Así. So he called the client again to confirm the appointment. So, very good. So there's something you have to do again at work. Right. All right. Another difficult but important translation of become is to get or like to change your emotions. So when we say se volvió loco, we say he went crazy or he got crazy. The meeting became intense. La reunión se volvió tensa. Es muy parecido a ponerse en ese sentido. So when we talk about a physical or emotional change in English, we use become and we use get. I'm getting tired. I'm getting sick. I am getting interested, getting happy, getting hungry, whatever it is. Getting smarter. So I hope you guys are getting smarter during this live stream. I hope your English is getting better, becoming better. Right? So over time, he became more efficient. All right. So in this one, I want to look at some video examples because this is a very good topic. So let's first look at Spanish. So we'll put here se volvió, and hopefully it will translate it well. All right.
Y otros más que se volvió loco por su sufrimiento.
So yeah, they became crazy. They went crazy for the suffering. So if we look at the translation, we can see, and others went mad from their suffering. Yeah, very right.
Este caso se volvió viral, obviamente.
So this became viral. It went viral. All right, perfect. Continue here.
Cuando el juego estaba en su bolsillo, Tommen se volvió rey y...
So he became the king. So, all right, very good. So we'll go back to our practice here. One moment. All right. So, all right. So now we have one more thing before we finish, one more practice. So I'll read this out loud and I want you guys to fill in the blank. So Samantha had been living abroad for 3 years, but she always wanted to her hometown for a visit. Finally, she booked a flight to home in time for her sister's wedding. The day of her flight, she realized she had left her passport at home. She had to her apartment in a rush. By the time she made it back to the airport, her flight had already left. She went to the airline counter and asked if she could later that night. Unfortunately, the next flight was the following morning. After finally making it home, she enjoyed the wedding and reconnected with old friends. Seeing everyone again made her realize she wanted to live there permanently. As time passed, she more nostalgic and for her hometown and the people she had left behind. She started wondering if she had made a mistake by leaving in the first place. A few months later, she packed her bags and told her boss, I've decided not to my old job. I want to start fresh. So take a minute to read this and think about how you can fill in these blanks. Get, become, return, go back, come back. Again. Ah, Hector. Okay, thank you. You are correct. You're right. Okay, let me change this and see if this is better like this. Maybe. All right. Oh, wait, no, okay. Sorry. Bear with me. I'll make this skinnier here so that hopefully it can fit on the screen. Okay. This should be better. Hector, thank you very much. I did not notice that. All right, let me let it update and okay. All right, perfect. Thank you for telling me that. Ah, okay. Still not quite, but you can read most of it. I think that should be okay. So, the first one, okay. So the first one we have here, she always wanted to, you could say, return or go back to her hometown for a visit. Okay. Number two, you could say she returned home, or yeah, to return home in time, or to come home in time for her sister's wedding. Number 3, she had to her apartment in a rush. Yeah, you would say she had to go back, to return to her apartment in a rush. Okay. Number 4, she asked if she could, return or come back later that night. So here we would say come back because she's there at the counter. She's talking to the person and she wants to return to where she is later that night. So she wants to come back later that night. Number 5, seeing everyone again made her realize that she wanted to, you could say come to live there permanently. Okay. Come back to live there permanently. As time passed, she got or became. And nostalgic is this feeling when you remember the past in a very positive way. Yo creo que es como nostalgia, si hay esa palabra en español. Move. Okay. For which one? Okay. Yeah, for number 5, you could say move to live there. I think that's great. Okay. And then the last one, number 7, I've decided not to return to or to go back to my old job. So, lo que vamos a hacer, ese es el fin de esta clase para esta noche. Muchas gracias por todos que han asistido y voy a compartir la presentación aquí para que ustedes puedan verlo y repasar todo esto. Entonces, ya lo voy a poner en todos los chats. Me regaló un minuto para poner ese link acá, acá y acá. Ok. Y entonces, sí, si ustedes tienen alguna pregunta, me avisas, vamos a quedar ahí por unos minutos más. Muchas gracias por asistir. Espero que hayan aprendido algo. Y sí, y sí, así es. Yo me llamo Grant, soy profe de inglés hace 4 años y yo hago los videos, yo hago esas tipos de clases gratis, pero también doy clases personalizadas, 1 a 1 o en grupo. Yo no tengo como grupos fijos, pero si tienen un grupo de compañeros o de amigos, de familiares y quieren tomar clases juntos, me avisas y yo les puedo dar el precio por ese correo y también por los mensajes de TikTok, Instagram, de YouTube, en cualquiera de las plataformas me puedes escribir y yo les digo todos los datos, pues toda la información. Pero sí, también eso es la dinámica de las clases. Estoy como nuevo en eso y por eso si ustedes me tienen algún consejo o alguna idea de alguna cosa que quieres ver en las clases, me avisas. Si quieres que hablo más en inglés o más español, sí, me avisas. En el momento yo tengo muchas personas aquí en Latinoamérica, entonces la idea es dar las clases en español y inglés para que todos pueden aprender así. Entonces, sí. Thank you. Wait for my Okay, very good. Thank you, Hector. It was great to have you here. ¿Cada cuánto son las clases? En el momento, cada viernes. Entonces, la idea es, y yo quiero hacerlo 2 o 3 veces la semana, pero el momento yo tengo muchas clases pues ya programadas con las clases individuales que estoy dando, pero me gustaría hacerlo por la noche 2 o 3 veces, pero el tiempo que tenemos fijo en el momento es viernes a las 7, viernes a las 7, tiempo de Colombia. Yo sé que en ese momento todo el mundo está ajustando los relojes, en Colombia no, entonces sí, revisa bien si eso cambia, pero sí, viernes a las 7 vamos a seguir semanalmente y espero que miércoles, lunes, no sé, a dar unas clases extra. Así, no, muchas gracias a ustedes por asistir, todo eso. A ver si tenemos más comentarios o más preguntas. Cualquier duda me puede escribir y sí, sí, vamos a cerrar la clase y sí, muchísimas gracias a todos.